What happens when AI becomes better than human beings? How about the scenario where content created by artificial intelligence becomes indistinguishable from reality? The above is happening in real time, right before our eyes. It's going to have profound implications for humanity, affecting various facets of life, from the way we work to how we perceive our existence. In this episode of the Web3 AI and Metaverse Legal and Business podcast, I'm going to cover the major implications, along with a few specific suggestions and ideas to deal with this new reality. My name is Mitch Jackson, and to give you a bit of context about this show, I'm a lawyer and private mediator with 30-plus years of experience, many of which include representing clients and litigating cases in different technology sectors. In each podcast episode, I help listeners navigate the new and sometimes confusing dynamic digital landscape found at the intersection of law, business, and technology. Okay, let's dive into this new episode. When looking at the implications of AI being better than humans in doing most, if not all things, several positive perspectives of this happening revolve around enhanced problem solving, personalization, and convenience and economic growth. With enhanced problem solving, meaning AI is capable of mimicking human intelligence, we will tackle complex problems better, faster, and more efficiently, leading to advancements in medicine, environmental management, and scientific research. When it comes to personalization and convenience, expect AI to provide highly personalized and better experiences from education to healthcare by understanding individual human needs and preferences at an unprecedented level. The integration of advanced AI in industries will spur economic growth by optimizing production, reducing waste, and creating new markets for technology-driven services. At the same time, several negative perspectives that come to mind while this is all happening include significant job displacement. As artificial intelligence performs more tasks traditionally done by humans, there will be significant job displacement leading to economic and social challenges. Loss of human skills. Reliance on AI for everyday tasks will result in the atrophy of certain human skills, such as critical thinking or decision-making. Ethical and moral dilemmas. When AI emulates human behavior, it will raise questions about rights and treatment of AI entities, as well as the ethics of their use in situations like war or surveillance. And last but not least, identity and reality crisis. Individuals will struggle with issues of identity and reality as the lines between AI and human interactions become blurred. I believe these perspectives only scratch the surface of how AI could impact humanity in both good and bad ways, but they do highlight the breadth of considerations we'd have to explore. So, with all of that in mind, and taking into consideration the dangers of misinformation, fake news, and deep fakes, here are a few things I believe we need to focus on moving forward, which require a multifaceted approach. Regulation and legislation. Governments should create and enforce regulations to prevent the malicious use of AI. This includes laws around the creation and distribution of deep fakes and the requirement to disclose when AI is used to create or distribute content. Verification technologies. Development of robust verification systems that can detect AI-generated content with high accuracy is essential. Blockchain technology, for example, could be used to verify the authenticity of digital media. Media literacy education. Educating the public about the existence and capabilities of AI-generated content is crucial. People need to be critical consumers of information and understand how to verify sources and check facts. AI ethics frameworks. Establishing international ethics frameworks for the development and use of AI can help ensure that AI is used responsibly and for the benefit of society. Transparency and disclosure. Companies and creators should be transparent when using AI to create or modify content, especially in sensitive areas like news, politics, and education. Collaboration. Stakeholders from the private sector, government, academia, and civil society need to collaborate to address the challenges posed by AI. This includes sharing best practices and technologies for detecting and combating fake news and misinformation. Human oversight. Systems should be in place to ensure that there is human oversight of AI, preventing autonomous decision-making without human intervention, particularly in critical areas like finance, healthcare, and law enforcement. Each of these strategies plays a role in creating a societal infrastructure capable of harnessing the benefits of AI while mitigating its risks, particularly those associated with misinformation and the manipulation of facts and opinions. Now that we know what needs to be done, how do we do this? How do we get people to cooperate? How do we get different governments and countries around the world to work together and take action? My thoughts are as follows. Achieving global cooperation on AI governance is complex, given varying political, economic, and social interests. However, there are strategies to encourage collaboration and alignment. Global forums and alliances. Establish international forums where policymakers, tech leaders, and other stakeholders can discuss AI's impact. These forums can lead to the development of shared principles and agreements. Incentivization. Encourage cooperation by demonstrating the mutual benefits of a global approach to AI governance. Incentives could include access to shared AI research, economic benefits, and technical support. Diplomacy and international relations. Utilize diplomatic channels to advocate for global standards on AI. This can involve treaties, bilateral agreements, and embedding AI governance within existing international organizations like the United Nations. Cross-border research and development. Support international research collaborations on AI safety, ethics, and governance. This can help build a common understanding and align interests. Model legislation and best practices. Develop model legislation and guidelines that can be adapted to different legal systems and cultures. This could provide a template for countries to enact their own AI governance laws. Public awareness campaigns. Educate the global public on the importance of AI governance to build a grassroots movement that demands action from their respective governments. Private sector engagement. Leverage the influence of multinational corporations that have a stake in the global AI landscape. They can advocate for harmonized regulations that benefit both business and society. Building trust through transparency. Ensure that AI governance efforts are transparent, allowing scrutiny and input from various stakeholders, which can build trust and cooperation. Enforcement mechanisms. Create enforcement mechanisms to ensure compliance with international agreements, possibly through trade agreements or sanctions. Ethics and shared human values. Emphasize common human values and ethical considerations as the foundation for AI governance, which can transcend national boundaries and cultures. All of these strategies require time, persistent effort, and often compromises. It is a gradual process of building consensus and understanding, often starting with small groups of willing participants and expanding over time to include others. When all is said and done, do I believe that human beings will be able to do all the above in effective and equitable ways that will enhance and help preserve humanity? Whether human beings will manage to implement AI governance equitably and effectively is an open question. The challenge is formidable, given the diversity of values, political systems, and economic interests across the globe. However, there are reasons to be cautiously optimistic. Historical precedents. There is a precedent for successful global collaboration in response to shared challenges, such as the Montreal Protocol to protect the ozone layer and the various treaties on nuclear non-proliferation. Globalization. Our interconnected economies and the global nature of technology development can promote cooperation, as issues with AI will affect all nations. Public awareness. There is increasing public awareness of the risks and benefits of AI, which can drive demand for responsible governance. Ethical imperatives. The universal impact of AI, including the potential existential risks it poses, may encourage a unified approach based on shared human values and ethics. Technological solutions. The same technology that poses these risks also offers tools to manage them, such as advanced AI systems designed to detect misuse and enforce ethical guidelines. Institutional interest. International institutions and governments are beginning to recognize the importance of AI governance, as evidenced by initiatives like President Biden's recent executive order and the EU's General Data Protection Regulation and the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development of AI Principles. The task ahead requires sustained international dialogue, the willingness to share best practices and technologies, and an ongoing commitment to adapt as the capabilities of AI evolve. While there is no guarantee of success, the intrinsic motivation to preserve humanity and the growing recognition of our shared stakes in the future of AI are powerful forces that can drive progress toward these goals. Thank you for joining me for this episode of my podcast. I hope I've given you something to think about moving forward. There's a lot to do, and humanity needs to immediately start coming together and deal with these AI issues. Please ping me in the comments and private message me and let me know what you think we need to do next. Okay, that's it for this episode. Before you go, please make sure to stay connected by subscribing to my podcast. Also, please hit the share button if you found value in this episode. In addition to topics like this, I also share thoughts on major breaking news in real time in these new technology spaces. So if you enjoy this kind of content, I'm here for you. Between now and the next time we chat, please stay connected using the links over at mitchjackson.com. Thanks for your time and never stop making each day your masterpiece.